brought to you by the Professional Dance Corporation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands joining us live and the millions joining us around the world, it's time to meet the players. Would you please welcome from the Netherlands, the 2023 Champions Tour champion. In his World Championship debut, Damon Heta! Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet Australia's #1, the winner of the World Cup, the Brisbane Dance Master. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the Heat, Damon Heta!
Absolutely love it, Damon Heta. Getting the crowd going and they're singing along as well. Barry Van Peer's walk-on music, I'm sure, woke you up this afternoon. Here we go then. This is our first third round match of the afternoon, and it should be a good one as well. Damon Heta versus Barry Van Peer. Damon Heta, he's 36-year-old from Australia, and he is ready to roll. He's into the top 10 for the first time in his career as well. He's Aussie's #1. Made the quarterfinals of the World Match Play this year, but he eventually lost the man who scraped through last night, Luke Humphries. The Heat returns to the Palace after beating Martin Lukewan 3-1 in his opening match, but he hasn't managed to progress beyond this stage before in his 4 previous outings here. So the question is, can the 10th seed go one further this year and book that all-important place in the last 16? Barry Van Peer, 27-year-old Dutchman. Bionic, he has really impressed, hasn't he, so far in his debut here at Ali Pally, knocking out Luke Woodhouse and Josh Rock on the route to this last 32. That comes after a really positive year as well on the Challenge Tour. He scooped up 4 Challenge Tour titles in the last 12 months alone, and he's earned his spot on the tour next year, which I'm sure has been very welcome for Bionic after he's overcome his bout of dartitis. So a good run so far in the competition for Van Peer, but can he improve on that today? Well, let's get our first match started, shall we? And hand you over to your commentary team for this one. It is John Part and Rod Studd. Good afternoon, guys.
Afternoon, Anna. Afternoon, everyone. Well, another big darting day lies ahead, and we kick off with Van Peer against Heta. As Anna was saying, he's done extremely well already, Van Peer. He's knocked out the world number 33, Luke Woodhouse, to 23, Josh Rock, and now a real step up in class against a top 10 Aerosmith in Damon Heta. Heta himself looking to progress to the last 16 for the first time. He's been threatening to make a big breakthrough for some time. Is this going to be the year for the Aussie? Almost the most spectacular of starts.
Hey, it's not too shabby, a couple 140s.
Good afternoon, Professor Part. What do your calculations tell us?
I think we're going to see some very solid play, and the experience ahead of here will prevail, but that's just a prediction. This way we come to watch to see what actually happens. My predictions have been a little faulty just of late.
Surely not.
Oh, Mr. Price has gone home, and I didn't foresee that.
99.
But you're still here, John, and that's the most important thing. It wouldn't be the same without you. Heta eyeing up 164, but that won't happen. Now Barry Van Peer
39. Very
opened up with the darts here. This is to hold throw. 68. Double 18 is the pick for Berry.
32. Damon, you require 125.
Misses the ball and out a ball.
29. Very required 36.
Well, all those early fireworks have suddenly gone for Damon Heta, and he loses the leg. Started off superbly. It looked like there could be an early break on the cards. It didn't happen.
Well, at the very least, he got some decent scoring at the start of the leg, and it looks like he's doing the same here with the throw. Kind of essential now to defend after not breaking throw at the opener. Oh. Well, Van Peer looking
95
to attack. Couldn't follow up a good first start, though. Now, that looks very handy. Indeed, he follows. And follows. The first 180 of the match goes to the Aussie.
The second 180 of the match goes to the Dutchman.
Well, that's what we love to see.
57.
Always love it when 180s are answered right away. Sometimes they get even carried away with a third and a fourth, but that was last year's final. I think I'm remembering.
Well, it happened then, didn't it, to some tune. Oh, couldn't follow the first dart with the second to leave the bullseye opportunity. Maybe one here at the end of this visit for BVP.
Well, just a bull now. And that was not a very good offering. And he kind of made a face about that. The one dart for double 16 to level.
52. Very required 38.
Well, it's their first best of 7 match, Rod. And sometimes, and there, as we see the double go in for the 2-0 lead, and I was getting to the point, based on that 2-0 lead, and now he has the throw, that Damon might have the feeling here, because it's a longer match than the ones he's played, the one he played before, that, you know, there's some leeway here, there's some give. It's not the end of the world that perhaps he might drop the set. Now, I'm not going to write him off here. Still could come back. But I don't think there's going to be a lot of panic about him.
58.
No, I mean, he knows that by all known metrics, he's a better player than Barry Van Peer. And over a decent distance like this, a maximum of 7 sets, he should prevail on that basis. That's not to say he will, but he knows that he can grow into a game. He doesn't need to start flapping if he loses the first set, particularly as it will be on the Van Peer darts.
Yeah, that's a good point as well.
99.
Already 3 big quarterfinals for Damon Heta in 2023. He's certainly becoming Damon better, isn't he? He's getting better and better as time passes. World Match Play lost to Humphries in the quarters. Grand Slam of darts knocked out Van Gerwen, lost to Cross. Players Championship Finals lost to
60.
Joyce.
Damien 167.
His consistencies created a bit of expectational pressure from those in the darts world about what he might do in general. Like, sometimes it's winning that puts that on you, but just being such a consistent performer, I think in Damon's case, is what's going on.
My goodness me, that's a way to win a set of darts, an opening set of darts at the Alexandra Palace. And it's not the heat on fire, it's Barry Van Peer who's on fire early on. Damon Heta did not win a leg in that opening set. BVP is off to a flyer. Heta with thoughts and lots of thinking to do at this stage of the match. It's 1-0 to Barry Van Peer.
Let's get back to it and hand you back to John and Rod.
Thanks, Anna. Yes, a really cage-rattling opening set from bionic Barry Van Peer, the stats professor.
Yes, we see that what stands out the most perhaps is the 1-4-2 out. He finished the last leg in the win the set, but 100 average. And well, let's look at Damon Heta there, 96.79. So he's actually throwing pretty well. Not too bad at all. Just has to find a few different things in there to maybe change this around.
Well, some of the facts that prop that average up, and one of them is he's only had one dart at a double, Damon Heta. He won't win many matches if he doesn't have more than one dart at a double, will he, John?
That's true, but he has been involved in the legs. He's been down and around at least. He hasn't been left in the dust.
Winning legs of 16 darts, 14 darts and 15 darts for Barry Van Peer, equating to an average of a couple of ticks over the ton. Can he keep that level up? A tall order. And Damon Heta still the favourite with odds makers. Such is his perceived superiority over his opponent.
It's not necessarily a tall order to manufacture 100 average if you're going to get to the last 16 of the World Championship in this day and age.
No, I understand that, but
it's almost a necessity.
The question is Barry Van Peer capable of a tongue-topping average over the best of 7 sets?
Well, after that, it seems a bit of a silly question.
Most of my questions are silly, John. You should know that by now. Average under 105 now, or just under 105 Van Peer. And this is a big leg in the context of this darts match, because Heta, with the darts in this set, does not want to drop his throw and jeopardise going 2 sets adrift. Then it's a game on.
Well, a vital setup visit here from him. And it's rather unfortunate that didn't somehow deflect off those marker darts and into the treble.
Oh, just slid to the left-hand side of that wire.
54. Damon, you require 144.
Can he trump the 1-4-2 of Van Peer? Can he trump it?
That was an excellent try.
Barry requires 76.
Unfortunately for him, Barry is red hot, and 76 might seem easy peasy.
How easy is it? Double 18.
58. Damon, you require 36.
Same target for the heat. And he's warmed up now, all right.
Second leg, Barry to
Yeah, 16 dart leg with the throw, very good. And well, that's the longest leg. There's been 2 16 dart legs, and that's as long as any leg's gone in this match. So really good quality
60.
here.
Very much so. And you talk about high quality. That is a second max of the match for Heta, his 9th of the tournament.
100.
A stat category led by Chris Dobie, who's been Mr. Maximum in this tournament. He's had 24 already, Hollywood. Takes on the world champ later, Michael Smith. That could be an absolute barn burner of a game, as could Van Gerwen Bunting.
Yeah, I think that will be a barn burner, especially with Michael Smith sort of unleashed. I think Matters Rasmussen was a bit slow for his liking. Didn't really get a pace he enjoyed, but he will against Chris.
Yeah, the world champ was rather spluttered and stuttered his way to this stage, but can he ignite this evening? Let's not forget he's won 8 straight games on this Ali Pali stage, the bully boy.
Well, speaking of igniting, Rod, how about being on 41 after 9 darts for the Heat? Double 16 for an 11 dart leg. and a break of throw, and that's exactly what the Aussie ordered.
Well, this is a tremendous riposte from Damon Heta, having lost the first set in 3 straight legs. He's won the opening 2 legs of the second stanza. The winner here to play Scott Williams in the next round, and in the same section of the draw as Van Gerwen and Bunting. Van Gerwen now the tournament favourite.
58.
As he so often is.
He almost issues the edict that I am the tournament favorite. And, you know, we have to go with that, don't we?
Well, Van Gerwen doesn't wear a watch. He just tells the rest of us what time it is, and we go about our business. Humphries started the event as favourite, but has now been deposed by the 3 times world champion. Of course, those are just odds. That's why they play the matches.
125.
He needs to win this leg, Vampire. Treble 20 would leave tops for another sensational ton plus out shot. Couldn't find the finish.
Yeah, he didn't need it. It's a great setup visit because Heta not on a finish. You know, and I like that he missed way high rather than maybe bringing it down to the double 10. Double 10s are nice enough, but they lead to trouble. But now he has a nice clear effort at tops, and he pins it. So that's why maybe he missed so big the other time.
Well, there are better places to miss on the board, aren't there, John? You're better missing above double top than inside it, as you just eruditely explained.
Many times that's the case when your opponent's not on a finish. You just err to the outside, leave the bigger numbers.
Need to miss on the right side of the hole. Okay, so the set's still in play here. Can Vampire hold his own darts and then heat the heat on the heat in the last leg of the set, deciding leg of the set? He's going about it the right way here.
Oh, to bring himself back into it. Keep the hope alive of getting another break here. But Barry has different ideas.
Well, this leg has been sensational. Both players have thrown 9 darts now in this leg, and both are on a 3-figure out shot. And that happened before, didn't it? He straight into treble 5 in similar circumstances.
He has 75 left now, so treble 17 would be what he would want to leave 24, but he left 58.
You'd fancy Heta to get a shot at the bullseye off 130. Most pros would expect him to treble with one of the first 2 darts. But Damon did not deliver on this occasion.
So to extend set 2 to a deciding leg, he'll have 2 cracks at that tops, and he'll be right at it this time. Well, he's still way adrift and can't bring it down.
You require 72.
Going to get 1 dart at a double as long as he minds his P's and Q's, which he does. Double 16 for the Australian.
40.
That was to level up the match in sets.
You require 40.
How significant will that missed double 16 turn out to be come the end of this set of darts? I wonder.
Yeah, it's almost like you have to concede the leg in your mind, and if somehow the fella misses, that you come back and take it. But that is the usual result when your opponent has 3 darts in hand. Now the only consolation for Damon is it's his throw. But there is some bit of pressure now. It's not so much free play at this moment. You don't want to be 2 sets to 0 down in any case.
I'm not sure free play ever truly exists on the World Championship stage, John. This rarefied air up there, sometimes it's difficult to breathe, never mind throw darts. Look at that. Well, Barry Van Peer made that look simplicity itself.
Defined free play.
It did, yeah.
60.
Right, now this is a big leg, as Van Peer is looking to go 2 sets clear on the world number 10 dartist. We saw a huge upset last night as Brendan Dolan down together in Price, but this will be another big one. Heta hits back.
Yeah, showing quite a bit of heart there. He's still vulnerable, though, unfortunately for him, and Van Peer is still attacking. Ruthless.
8 maxims already in this match, 4 apiece.
140, very required.
Well, he's crafted the chance. He's dug out the opportunity. Can he take it? This is for a 2-0 lead in a race to 4. Found the treble, 99. Oh, he was that close to a 2-set lead.
Damon, you require 64.
Well, and this is where Heta's experience should help him. It's a lot of pressure, yes, but he's used to dealing with it. This one dart at tops, get the best throw you can.
24.
And it did sail on him. We've seen a few sail for Barry, but not to the consequence of that one from Heta.
Well, both players have missed a dart for the set here. Heta looking for 1 set each. Van Peer for 2-zip. He's got to split the 9. Got to find the 1-pointer to lead double 4. Navigates that. 2 darts in hand. 1 left in the locker. And Barry Van Peer finds the target. And why wouldn't he celebrate? He's on course here for a sensational place in the last 16 of the World Darts Championship. Give me some more applause. Heta shakes his head as he leaves the stage. The Australian has problems. Van Peer has the lead by 2-0 in a race to 4. Join us in a couple of minutes for more action from the Ali Pali. Should be well worth watching with us here live on Sky Sports Darts. Now then, Professor, at the start of the match, Heta was favourite. After 1 set, despite losing it, he was still favourite. Van Peer now the favourite with odds makers at 1-2. Do you concur with that sentiment from 2 up?
Well, I don't see why he can't keep his standard up. The only kind of fly in the ointment is that Damon Heta is actually averaging better than him. And he's playing quite well, so there's still the possibility of a turnaround. But what timing from Barry Van Peer in that last leg of set 2. He hit 2 180s, and he finished for a 15-dart leg to break the throw and take the set.
I know you love the psychology of these things, Professor, but in the end the numbers catch up with everybody. Let me just tell you some numbers. Barry Van Peer's average over the last 12 months of darts is just a shade under 90. So can he keep averaging up about 97, 98 in this match? That's the question. In 180s, he hits an average of 1 in every 5 legs, and in this match so far, he's hit 4 in 8 legs. So he's playing well above his mean average performance. Can he keep it up?
Well, 60. I think he can. You know, I think that he's feeling that good, and you build one success off of another. The momentum factor.
60.
Oh, stop it.
Not in terms of the match, but just in terms of personal confidence.
This is a debate which will go well beyond this darts match and long into the night. Let me assure you of that. Anyway, let's concentrate here on Damo. Looking at 161, does not need to take it out because he's forged enough of an advantage in this leg. And when you're 2 sets down, every leg becomes more and more important.
Well, and for Damon, every opportunity at double, he has to start asserting himself there. He has to be near perfect, I think, to slow Van Peer down.
He's going to get one dart here at double. He's only had 6 in the match. He's hit 2 of them. Check, he's hit 3 of them. And that's a very good start to this set for the Australian.
Yeah, good break of throw. And you want the good start on the scoring on your leg. And it's not spectacular, but it'll do. You know, that's okay. I'll keep it rolling here. Keep things going my way.
100.
Yeah, all the heat is on the heat, John. Will he, in the end, succumb to peer pressure? Peer pressure, get it?
He's under the peer pressure, yes.
57.
Oh, more peer pressure.
Well, at the moment, he's without peer, which I don't understand.
95.
Well, Heta got the break
43.
early on in this third stanza, but it could go right back the other way. Straight away.
59.
Good cover
34.
and a decent setup, but Van Peer could still sneak this out. Yeah, so some relief now for Heta.
58.
He can try and get a 2-0 lead once again. Don't forget he had a 2-0 lead in set 2.
Tops. Double 10.
This time he needs to close it out, Rod, and it's a little harder this time around, though, because it is Van Peer's advantage in the set.
Yeah, he needs to close this set out, and you feel it would be advantageous to close it out quickly so he can just get the roller coaster rolling. Win the set, tell the ref to wrap the balls up again and break off.
100.
There's a big head-to-head record
96.
over Van Peer, 5-1 in his favour, Heta, including both the meetings in 2023. Is far and away the most important, that goes without saying.
100.
Heta has kept his Movember moustache, hasn't he? He looks like a gunslinger from a western. What sharp shooting has he got here?
64.
Would have wanted a little more than that, but still has some good hope here of sweeping the set.
57. Damon, you require 97.
That same target he'll be after, the treble 19, and he finds it. Tops. That's a beautiful finish. Pop, pop, Damon Heta railroads through that set to get this game very much back on. The Australian now back within a set. He's 2-1 down. He's got the darts in this one, though, and he's looking to level it up.
Well, he really did boss set 3. Significantly better than his opponent, both in legs and averages. And there we see that 95.94, almost 96 to a meager 84 compared to the standard Van Peer's had already in the match.
45.
Are you saying the numbers are catching up with him, John?
100.
Not
nonsense.
34.
He just had a slight dip, temporary dip. He's going to bounce back here.
But a brilliant start from Vampire. Can he go on with it? We all remember that Grand Slam in 2017 when we shared his angst with the dartitis. It really was heartwarming and heroic stuff as he got through the group with those wins over Whitlock and Cammy Menzies.
84. Maybe you're 127.
And you'd have to have a heart of stone not to be delighted to see him playing so well again on the big stage, doing so well on the Challenge Tour, and putting all the heat on Damon Heta here. Great to see.
Yeah, and in so many ways reinvented himself.
Yeah.
To start anew.
Lovely. Unless you're an Australian or a fan of Damon Heta.
Well, you might be mollified by this. Double 16. Or double 8. And he holds his throw to start set 4. His 4th consecutive leg won. And it's very much the Australian in charge at the moment.
57.
Yeah, Heta playing the better now, for sure.
In this setup.
Yes, that's 2.
60.
He's behind on the scoreboard, but he's playing the better darts at the moment, and there's a long way to go in this match. The finishing line is still very much in the distance, and Berry will have to Vampire a long way into the distance to see it.
59.
These days are fantastic days of darts between Christmas and New Year's, just jam-packed with these ultra-tense matches, Rod. It's like a buffet.
Gourmet darts, John.
Well, a gourmet buffet then. Just when you think you might be full, there's more, and you must have it.
Well,
44.
well, when you're watching the match with Professor Part of darts, your cup truly overfloweth. As well as the gourmet food that we're dining out on. It's a fascinating day of darts with Clayton Ratajski coming up, then Barney against Jim Williams, and tonight the tungsten trinity of Gary Anderson, Michael Van Gerwen and Michael Smith all in action. Oh, another for tops. Oh, and it whistles just over the top.
Well, he's truly flowing now, and even though he didn't hit that outshot, it really doesn't make a lot of difference to that. I said it earlier in the match when Barry missed a high out on the tops high and really was of no consequence, because the player comes back and does this. Oh, well, closer than that. Yes, there it is. Wraps it up.
Well, now he's a leg away from leveling the match. Almost in the twinkling of an eye.
Well, in 6 consecutive legs, perhaps. And when Barry won the first 2 sets, it was a sequence of 3 consecutive legs, followed by 2 Heta legs, and then another 3 legs back to claim set 2. So his run was interrupted by Damon Heta.
Heta now is alight. He's playing like the world number 10 now, isn't he?
Well, if you remember at the outset, and he looked to be a little rusty, if you will. And it's the extra length and the break and everything else, but you know you have some time to find your high gear. It's not a panic. I mean, it was getting a bit kind of nervy towards the end of the second set, and certainly he knew he had to get it in gear after losing that set. But
we saw that happen last night with Humphries, didn't he? He found his game, and over the sets that were played was better than Pietreczko over the piece, despite the young German being in front early on in it. But in the previous match with Dolan and Gerwin Price, the favourite did not recover. So it's by no means done and dusted because Heta's getting back at full pace, but he's going to roll on with it. Vampire could change the narrative again.
Well, he's going to have to find some way of doing that, because at this point, Damon Heta is every bit the senior player up there, and he's bossing it.
Yeah, he is the dominant dartist at this moment in time. No question about that. Well, this could change the narrative in this leg.
420.
Well, it has done to an extent. If Heta misses, tops. Double 10 for the mustachioed maestro. He has missed.
44. Barry requires 76.
So this opportunity, it's kind of important for Barry here. He's got to stop the rot and win a leg, even if he doesn't come back for the set. Double 18.
58.
And a little bit despondent after missing that.
But the despondence will turn to hope. Hope springs eternal for BVP. Heta fumbling for a finish. And Barry Vampire extends the fourth set.
And of course has the darts now in this fourth leg, and just makes it a little trickier for Damon. I mean, he's still got to feel like, okay, I'm up 2-1 here. But the unfortunate thing for Heta here is, should he let the set get away from him, he's down. He's a set away from losing the match. So it is rather consequential whether Damon can hang on here and claim the set.
98.
Very much so. His dexterity on the doubles deserted him there unexpectedly at the back end of that leg.
140.
See, the counter goes to 11, and Barry edges ahead at 6-5. We see Heta out front in the 140s and 100s, though, and
99.
His higher average reflects that match wide.
The doubling stats are fairly similar. They both succeeded 7 times in 20 attempts for Heta, 18 for Vampire.
59, Barry O'Connor in 24.
Well, now odds on to be a level set.
Yeah, so 82. He wanted 2 of those for tops. Don't see a lot of that.
92.
That's an old Bobby George tap.
Well, Bobby knows every permutation. Literally thousands of them for every finish. Oh, that makes things very interesting at the back end of such a crucial leg of darts. Double 16. And it's awkward as he shuffles along the hockey. Finds the poise and the precision. Well, now then, in a couple of minutes, it'll either be 2 sets all, or Vampire will be 3 sets to 1 up. Odds on 2-2 now.
Is this one of those answer situations, though, Rod? No. Come on now, what we really want. We know what we want. We want more of the same from Damon here.
Oh, he's lining them up. Well, you know what that means.
Oh, and he had a little kind of a mini sell up there. Little look around and a smile. He knows what he's up to.
Looking for the magic of the 9-dart leg, and he got 7 darts into it.
The irony that going down under undid him.
109.
Well, simply sublime. As John says,
45. David requires 32.
down under dart was not on target. Double 16. That's on target. It's a brilliant leg anyway, which way you look at it. It was a 10-dart leg. It is a match-leveling leg from Damon Heta. This match is all square. It's 2 sets apiece. And we're halfway to the winning post for both players. Who will win this match? Join us in a couple of minutes for the conclusion. The Heat has levelled up this match. Struggling early on, a couple of sets adrift, is now all square at 2 sets all. And he celebrates the success. We saw him go 7 darts into a 9-dart bid as well. He's certainly firing now, Damon Heta. There's the scores. Damon Heta 2, Barry Van Peer 2. Still to come, big game at the end of the afternoon for Jim Williams and Ren van Barneveld. But before that, the ferret Johnny Clayton takes on the Polish eagle Krzysztof Ratajski. And there is the aforementioned ferret getting in some last-minute practice before his match as he bids for a place in the last 16 here at the World Championship.
Yeah.
Right, here's the match stats, Professor.
Yes, and we see a kind of a dip from Van Peer. I think you were quite correct to be wary of dip perhaps in Van Peer's form, as Damon Heta was very close from the outset in the match in averages, about a 97 average, I believe, the first set. But he's maintained his standard, and as such, because there's been a dip from Van Peer, he's assumed charge by maintaining that fine standard, a 97 average in the match. And to me, that's everything here in this match.
They all agree with me in the end, John. You know that. You know that.
Well, maybe once in a while.
No further questions, Professor. Right then, game on here, 2 sets all.
140.
Terrific way to start the afternoon, and a double session of darting delights here at the Palace.
Well, I might as well ask the honourable Judge Rod if there's any chance of a surge in form back from Van Peer here.
Any outcome is possible, John, no matter how unlikely it may seem. Heta clearly favourite from here. You don't need me to tell you that. All the metrics say he's a better player. He's playing better at this moment in time. And
I think he's more capable of a run of a longer series of sets of good play.
And he can go higher than his current average, 97 at the moment. And we know what Heta can do. We saw it with that 9-dart attempt. But maybe the surge can come from Barry Van Peer. Can he come back off the canvas here?
100.
This could still turn into a nerve tingler. Lovely darts to leave. One at double 16 and now double 8. A bit of Strictly Come Darting going on here as he shuffles around the oche.
33.
2 narrow misses, but they shouldn't matter here, John, should they? He'll come back, and you'd expect him to clean up.
But when things aren't going your way and your opponent drills a 180 to leave 67, you can get a little bit shaky maybe. Might not see it. Okay, we didn't see it in the result either. Well, a casual stroll up there like that didn't bother me at all, which tells me it did. He wore it well, though. He wore it very well.
100.
He masked whatever inner feelings he had quite superbly. Some BAFTA award-winning stuff from Barry Van Peer.
39.
Sure, he'd be thrilled just to be nominated, Rod.
91.
He's gone through some tough tests in this tournament already, hasn't he? To win matches 3-2 over Luke Woodhouse and 3-1 against Josh Rock should be given much kudos. That's 2 very tough opponents at that stage of a competition.
2 opponents who are highly fancied to rise up in the world of darts in the coming year. Well, they won't be rising anytime soon because of this guy. Right there, Barry Van Peer, who's got to respond to the 180.
Double digits for 180s for Damon Heta. Maximus Decimus, that's his 10th.
Very much in this set, things going with the advantage of throw.
Doesn't need to go for the ball here. Won't go for the ball. Will leave. Double 16 after a dozen darts. Impressive.
Yeah, that's brilliant stuff. When you're and see there, the 180, you couldn't leave a finish. So there was no possibility. And there was no doubt about it for Damon drilling that double 16. Very much toe-to-toe now.
Good game this to start the day's darting delights.
82.
Vampire here just one poor leg away of on throw from being in peril, or one real Brahma of a leg from Damon Heta against the darts.
Well, he might be trying to think about it like the other way around. He's a leg away from putting his opponent into the peril. I mean, they've traded 13 dart legs here to start this set, and that tells me that they're both competing.
Oh, it's competitive, all right.
Well, it wasn't really the last set or two. I mean, it was all Heta.
It is now, though, but Heta getting better and better and better, averaging 110 in this set. This is his best passage of play statistically of the match.
Well, and I'd argue that every set, Damon's got a little better here in this match. And he didn't start out too shabby, although he lost the set 3-0 in the set 1. He was up there at 97 average-wise.
Well, he's left 89 here, so he's going to get a two-dart combination finish to look at, to break the throw and really take command, take control of this darts match. Loose, 86 left, 54 for 32. Well, two of his worst darts of the match have come at a very inopportune moment.
57.
But they may not matter unless Barry Vampire has got a real roof raider at the end of his right arm.
Well, remember, it's a while ago, but the 1-4-2 out that took the first set. He does have it in himself.
Yeah, it was the third leg, which was the last leg of the first set. You're quite right, John. The 1-4-2. If he can put this first dart where he wants it, a second could quite easily follow. He can't do so. The 1-5-6, very much the signature shot of the doyen of Dutch darts, Raymond van Barneveld. We'll see him later. We'll see a double 16 there from Damon Heta. And now he holds all the aces in this set and in the match.
96.
And 96 starting to look like it's good enough here.
95.
And it is, because there was no advantage gained by his opponent. That's the basic first premise of defending the throw.
137.
And that is certainly more than good enough. A two-treble visit will make it
60.
almost impossible for Vampire.
Well, yeah, even if he had a 180, Damon has opportunity to retake the lead. Well, how about a 180 yourself? That's the best way to grab the bull by the horns.
One treble visit, two treble visit, three treble visit.
140.
As Heta races for the line in set 5. 11 darter, 12 darter will do. Oh, well, 13, 14 or 15 will do in point of fact, because Vampire is in the distance.
Yeah. I'm a little bit of a bigger fan with Vampire on 206 of going 16s on 88, because you ended up on this double 7, and it doesn't end up being a problem for Damon. Well done there. But I think that the case for the treble 16 tops, the old school, if you will, with your opponent not on a finish, is quite strong.
I'm with you, John. But in any regard, it's 3 straight sets for the Heat. From 2 sets down to 3-2 up. And now
97.
3 legs away potentially from meeting Scott Williams in the last 16. And who knows what after that. He fancies it now, Damon Heta. He fancies the job, and he fancies himself in this tournament. He was quite clear about that in an interview after his first win. He's not quite been talked about as much in this tournament as he has with some of the others. Particularly last year when he was really making his move up the rankings, and he was being touted as a possible winner of big TV tournaments for a while, and he didn't deliver.
83.
And this year he's gone well, as I mentioned, with those quarter-final appearances in the Match Play Grand Slam and Player Championship finals. And who's to say he can't go that far or even further in this one, John?
I think he got a lot of the ferret effect, if you will, after winning the World Cup with Simon Whitlock. And then it was all of a sudden, well, look what Johnny did after he won this first World Cup. And, you know, we're not too clever sometimes, Rod. I might put that out there. And we just assume the same things will happen again and again with different players in the same sort of situation.
Playing beautifully now. And he's really got a spring in his step, literally and metaphorically.
Damon, you've got 82.
82 for another quick fire leg. 17 leaves the tops. Ooh, a real loose one again, and a few of those have crept in the last couple of legs. It hasn't stopped the Heta march yet.
No, but these 156s need to start going, and he's not even getting them going.
140.
Well, he's kind of put pressure on, but it's a simple cleanup to get from single 7 to double 16. And it's exactly what he's done. And that's one of the easiest cleanups in darts, in my mind. There's things you can do wrong that lead to really perilous situations, and the single one on tops is really not that big a deal as long as you get another visit.
Well, 100. It looks as though the end of the road for Barry Van Peer is nigh here. He's going to have to produce something sensational to dig himself out of this hole, with Heta seemingly cruising down the victory highway to the last 16.
Well, Van Peer's only won 2 of the last 12 legs, right?
60.
A 10-2 advantage in the last dozen to Heta. He's cruising.
59.
He was made to be a little uncomfortable at the start.
Was he
Fairly,
ever?
yes, down 2-0.
Yeah, definitely.
And you don't know your opponent might let up, but he forced the issue. He just maintained his, in fact, increased his performance level, and finally his opponent succumbed.
Yeah, he upped his own ante, didn't he? And Barry Van Peer dropped off as well at the same time, and the combination of those two sets of darting data have led us to this point, with Heta winning 10 out of 12 legs, as John just eruditely explained, and now surging to victory. Well, in the old adage, it's simply got to go.
97.
Otherwise, it'll be Barry Van Peer who's got to go.
Yeah, and we're at the point of confidence in Damon that we think he's getting this.
51.
I think he thought he'd get it as well, the way he's playing at this moment in time, at this point in the match. He's at 40% on the double now. Barry Van Peer can ill afford to miss this. He's 2 legs from defeat at this moment in time. Didn't want to come inside that, but full credit to the young man.
Third leg, Damon 2-3.
Yeah, HMS Van Peer is still afloat here.
Yeah, well, he let that first start at double 5 sail, that's for sure.
He did. But Heta's still in charge, and that just, to him, felt like he'd been hit by a pea shooter. That double, he's just shrugged it off and carried on with some heavy artillery for another maximum. He's 12.
And I think he was just angered to have to play another leg because of it. He's in that sort of mood now that I'm going to wrap this up.
He's got to play another 2 legs minimum, John, hasn't he?
Well, yeah, but it still added a leg to the tally by losing the last leg. And he knew he had that one dart at double 16. And as I said, we all were expecting him to hit it. He was expecting to hit it.
60. $100. $41. Damon, you're 161.
Well, set up visit entirely. There he can't even finish in 6 starts.
89.
So in a matter of moments, Damon Heta is going to be one leg away from the match unless he misses an absolute raft of darts at doubles in this leg.
57. Damon, you require 72.
His first dart at double in this leg is going to be at double 16.
56.
He seems to be taking issue with his favorite double at the moment. He's just shaking his fist at it.
Yeah, he's become increasingly irate with double 16, hasn't he? That leaves a finish now, so now he's under a little bit of scrutiny on this double 8, Damon Heta.
No score.
Yeah, and it's frustrating to say the least for Damon Heta. Up here now, he can enjoy the moment, put the maximum amount of focus in here. Try not to take too long and get the crowd too noisy against him. I mean, that's one thing where he's flirted with danger in this match. I know you got to take your time, but you don't want to take it to this extreme, I don't think.
I'm not sure he can enjoy this prospect. He's a dart away from going a leg away from defeat, and he wants 108. You'd have to be some kind of masochist to enjoy that. John?
Oh, it's exciting.
Exciting to watch it. Let's see what he can do here. Can he conjure up a bit of magic? Oh, he can. Oh, he can for double 16. That's magic, all right. Magic darts. Skin-saving darts.
And exciting for everyone but Damo.
Well, despair for Damo because 4 darts were missed. I said that he'd be a leg away from the match unless he missed a raft of darts at double, and that's exactly what he did. 4 of them. And Vampire still had to produce a 3-figure outshot, his second of the match, to salvage the leg.
But it wasn't just salvaging the leg. It's put him in a position to hold his throw, to force a 7th set, and now he's open with a 180. This match has turned on its head.
Well, what sort of thing is happening here?
57.
They thought it was all over. It's not now.
Well, how's that for some statistical deviation, Rob?
Wow.
He's sprinting away from the mean.
Well, he's playing some mean darts, I know that. Now we saw Heta attempt this. And BBP can't get beyond 6 darts, but the 2 maximums he struck have put him in total charge of this leg and set.
Well, he had 2 maximums in the 5th leg of the 2nd set, which pretty much earned him that set.
Very good. 58.
58 needed. Heta not on the finish despite the maxi. Level game! Level game! Off the canvas. And has landed some heavy blows on the heat. 3 sets all the way. It's showtime at the Alexandra Palace.
7th and final set, first leg, buried
And Damon had a just feeling right now like it's just amazing how a few missed darts at double, no matter how good your situation is, can punish you, can undo you. It hardly seems fair sometimes when you've been the one in charge and in control.
59.
But that's what the game's all about in the end.
Well, we do this a lot. We talk about someone being the better player but miss doubles, but doubles are an integral part of the game, and you could argue the crucial part of the game. If you don't hit doubles, you get beat. It's as simple as that.
Well, he's no longer the better player, though, Rock, because he missed the doubles. We're level.
Well, that's right.
Yes.
But I think the feeling will be that Heta has been the better player in the match and should have won.
Well,
People will say that, you mark my words. But the bottom line is he missed doubles when he needed to hit them.
well, the criticism would be you've been 8 points better over 6 sets. It should be over maybe. But, you know, it's not realistic. There's a lot of timing involved in darts.
96.
And at this level, all these players are capable of burst at time and having good timing.
And they're trying to hit everything all the time, but it just depends when they do hit it. And sometimes there's no rhyme nor reason to that, but that's what happened at the back end of that leg and set. Heta missed darts at double, and Vampire crafted that beautiful finish, that 108, and that was really decisive in that set, and then added into the 2 180s he hit in the decisive and deciding leg.
I mean, there was no greater burst of form than Florian Hempel against Dimitri
Brilliant,
Vandenberg.
wasn't it?
And Dimitri Vandenberg is just left stunned, really. I mean, and fairly so.
Oh, that was astonishing. That was one of the greatest comebacks we've ever seen on the Ali Paddy stage.
But just a ludicrous performance level for the sets coming back.
It was ludicrous. But now we're on a tightrope here, the tungsten tightrope. Who's going to topple off?
100.
One set to decide who makes the last 16 and who goes home.
Okay, you can work with that. Yes, now the ball. That wasn't too far away. He gave it a chance. But will Vampire have a better chance at maybe an outer ring double here? You don't get the bull from 98.
.78 remains. That's a dart that leaves double 12.
74.
Heta couldn't see Vampire's reaction. We could, but he screwed up his face in agony. Double 8. Oh, this is agonizing stuff for Heta now. Oh, this is extraordinary.
That's so frustrating. But, you know, even if he loses a leg, Damon, he's got to remember he is the superior player. He's been the better player. He has a break or two left in him, I'm sure. But will he need it? Will Vampire have it all together here? He's certainly taking his time about it, ramping up the drama.
It's a bit of mind management going on from Barry Vampire. Over the years, he's learned to control all the anxieties. Can he do it here? Creeping closer. Just over-adjusted. And Damon Heta has missed his last 7 darts at a double or the bullseye here. He needs to snap that streak right here, right now. And he does so.
Yeah, a very good, effective in the first dart. And the first dart hit is very valuable. You miss the first dart, and it all gets all the more nervy, unless it's a superb marker, maybe. But
then the crowd start making a noise as well, don't they? Oohing and ahhing. And
this is a job well done. I mean, and a double 4 is particularly tricky because you have 2 bust doubles on either side of it. So you don't want to drift too far either way either. Really good double 4 hit.
Yeah, you can be heavily punished for a miss by a minor amount, can't you? Very heavily.
Well, his dart wasn't all that far away from the double 13.
Quite so.
And that's not a criticism, but it's a fact. It's so easy to have your turn taken away from you on one of them.
Right, he's been in this position before in this match, Damon Heta. He's 2 legs away from victory. That seems that it was almost yesterday afternoon, but it was actually probably about 10 to 15 minutes ago he was in that situation.
100.
Can he convert the opportunity this time?
98. .94. 54. 56. Damon, you're 114.
Well, Damon got that break of throw, and why it's important is now he can avoid the tie break situation if he just holds.
And he does. Now one leg away, Damon Heta, and trying to gee himself up for one last surge to the line, John.
Yeah, and because he already had a break of throw, now he could break the throw again, but he doesn't even have to. He could just hold throw next leg, and that wraps up the match. And when you're in the deciding set where the tie break rule is in effect, which most of the, after the first round it is, that's a huge thing. You really would like to avoid all that drama.
Well, there's been plenty of darting drama in this opening contest of the day, but is the curtain about to come down?
I'm sure he's had his fill, Roddy. He'd probably rather not have any more.
And if it does come down, there'll be an encore for Damon Heta in the next round against Scott Williams.
98.
Now it's Damon with the advantage, asserting the advantage. Another trouble would leave a finish.
97.
He was trying to leave the big fish rod.
Heta now knows he's 2 turns away from the match here.
Well, he can't afford not to get a treble here, or he will cede back control. He does get that, so a vital, important dart. Barry did the same.
That's in. The single will do nicely to lead. Double 16 for the match.
72.
Wants another go at it.
Yeah, he's going to have a talking to that double 16 after the match, even if he wins. He's not happy with it.
Well, he's going to have another liaison with it in a moment or two, unless Vampire can produce another sensational 3-figure outshot. He's had a 142 and a 108. But this is not going to go this time. And is he resigned to his fate? Does that little look indicate that the towel has come in? Well, Heta still has to finish it off on this pesky double 16.
He can't believe it. He just can't believe it. On a platter. Just won't go.
Well, in the third leg of the previous set, he missed 4 darts and a double, and now in the third leg of this set, the one he hopes will clinch the match for him, he's missed another 4 there. In fact, now he's missed 28 at darts and double in the match. This match is not over yet, folks.
Well, this leg's where Damon has the ace up his sleeve that he earned in the first leg. Has the throw for the match. Redeem himself in terms of the context of the last leg. He'll want to discard that from his memory banks as of right now.
Well, Vampire really has got to conjure up a 12-dart leg or something similar.
It's a real issue, though, Rod, when you're having doubling issues on your favorite double. You really are reluctant to go anywhere else, to plan that way. You really have to stick with it.
Yeah, you have to keep plowing through, I think, don't you? No matter how tricky the terrain. This is great stuff. Darting defiance from the Dutchman.
Well, they essentially was given a life, and again, we mentioned free play. This is free play right now. He could be backstage and wondering what went wrong, but he's not. He's up there with a chance still.
Well, that last dart gives him the edge. It gets him down to a finish, albeit a difficult one.
Yeah, Damon had Barry pick his pocket, and now Barry's playing with his money.
100. The rear goal, 129.
Well, this to send it into overtime. Needs the setup turn, needs the treble.
52.
Went hunting the bullseye. Has left himself 77. The finish that John Park took out to win the 2003 World Championship. But will it matter? Will it matter? Chops! Delight for Damo! The heat catches fire just at the right time to bang in a sensational 1-5-1 finish to finally put an end to Barry Van Peer's challenge here at the Alexandra Palace. What a match that was. Van Peer started hot and went into a two-set lead. It looked as though Heta had ridden out the storm and would go on to win comfortably. But Van Peer had other ideas, and it went all the way to a deciding set. And in the end, Damon Heta just too hot for his Dutch opponent. And that sensational finish, sparking scenes of celebration, scenes of joy on the big stage for the Australian. And he goes through into the last 16 to play Scott Williams. What a finish to a terrific match. And let's just have a little look at the draw to confirm that Scott Williams will now take on Damon Heta. That will be for a place in the quarterfinals of the World Championship. And also in that same little mini section, Michael van Gerwen and Stephen Bunting, who meet tonight in a mouth-watering clash.
Oh, and look, and we have the match stats here, and we see, although it was a very tight match, Damon had it comprehensively better on the average, but it was Van Peer better on the outshots. And now we have Abby with Damon on stage.
Yeah, Damon Heta through to the last 16 at the World Championship for the first time in your career. Not a bad way to seal it there with that 1-5-1.
I think I was due. I got a lot of expectation on myself from outside noise and for myself. So the first time to get to the 16 is a massive deal, absolute massive deal. And yeah, I'm just so proud of myself. Yeah, really proud.
Yeah, it was a real battle, but 107.5 your average in that fifth set. That was absolutely sublime. Did you feel at that point that you were going to start pulling away?
I just felt, just get it done. I kept telling myself, just get it done, let's move on. You're the better player. In my mind, I'm the better player. Let's just get the job done and let's move on. Just keep, and I kept thinking them thoughts to myself. And fair play to Bez. He took what he needed to take out and kept putting the pressure on me. But I'm really proud of myself. The thoughts that were running through my head going, you know what? Keep positive. Let's just keep doing it. Just keep doing what you're doing and things will pan out.
10 years ago, your good friend Kyle Anderson pinned the 9-darter on this stage. You went 7 into the 9. What was going through your mind?
Oh, I thought it was done. I literally thought it was done. I love a 57 and 24. I could have threw it backwards and it was going in. That's how I felt. But yeah, to not hit it, it's a bit disheartening. But at the same time, I had a 10-darter. You know, you take a leg, you take a win any day of the week.
Scott Williams up next for you. What's going to win you that match?
Just play my game. Literally, just play my game. I'm number 10 in the world for a reason, and I just got to show up like a number 10. That's all that's got to be done.
Absolutely. Very best of luck.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Oh, very happy, Damon Heta, and rightly so. Just look at those celebrations. Absolutely loving it, as did we. The theme of grueling matches continues from last night, doesn't it? What a battle that was. It swung back and forth. We absolutely loved it. We said it was going to be close, and it was exactly that. But it is the heat that will face Scott Williams tomorrow afternoon in the last 16.